Now let's get into one of my favorite films, American Psycho 2000, and it has to do with Rolex. Let's get into it. Now welcome back to the channel. Now I'm doing this one different, but this actually has to do with the film American Psycho 2000, which is based on the novel by Bret Easton, 1991. Now, if you're not familiar with the novel or film, let me summarize it for you. Think of the 1980s Wall Street banker turned serial killer, basically. Now, the film is not just some basic horror story, but it is a psychological base of the main character, Patrick Bateman, into the whole young professional at the time of what it meant to work on Wall Street, everything that went with it.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
Whoa! And basically used a lot of satire to show that you wanted to be the biggest, the greatest, the most in-depth.
Impressive. Very nice.
Now, why am I talking about the film right here? Is because it goes basically off of this watch right here, the Rolex Datejust two-tone watch, which is very much known for that 1980s Wall Street flair. Now, in the novel itself, Rolex is actually mentioned 26 times, but in this movie, the main character, Patrick Bateman, was not allowed to wear it.
My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old.
Now, you must know Patrick Bateman, who is played by Christian Bale in the film, is very vain, wants to look the best, wants to make the most amount of money, wants to be successful. And you know that Rolex goes along with success. And in this movie, it really touches the fact. Funny about that yes, Patrick Bateman wasn't even allowed to wear a Rolex, but everyone else in the movie, they threw Rolexes at them. But Rolex made it a fact that Patrick Bateman in this movie could not wear a Rolex. Why, you may ask? Because they didn't want to be associated with a serial killer. Now, the funny part about this is not the first time that's the first time back then we're hearing about it. Actually, if you've heard of the iPhone and bad guy clause, it's funny because no bad guy in film are allowed to use an iPhone, which is crazy enough, something that I heard of and I didn't even know if it was true, and I looked it up and it's true. A lot of these businesses don't want to be associated with certain things. I get it, I understand, but it's crazy because they actually had to change a line in the film. Instead of "don't touch my Rolex" to
"don't touch the watch."
They switched up to a Seiko 5. I will show a picture right there. It's the SNX J90 by Seiko. Instead of the Datejust 16013 with the tapestry dial and the two-tone, they went with a Seiko 5 to give it that look, but they had to take it away. And this is the whole thing I love about film and the backstories on things, because the connection between American Psycho, Rolex, the time, the period, the way they were talking about that lifestyle, even satirically, how crazy it was, just trying to get a spot in the restaurant.
Thanks for looking after Courtney. Dorcia, how impressive. How on earth did you get a reservation there?
They don't even want to eat there. They just want to make sure that they get a spot, a good seat, to be seen that, hey, I can get to this place. I can get in there anytime I want. So with that, I'm just going to say thank you all for watching. It's one of those tidbits and fun facts of film that I love about history, vintage, even high-end designer things. It is amazing how you can go back and forth with a film, and especially this film, American Psycho, being that it became a cult following, literally, because of what the meaning is. What is literally the meaning? To this day, I haven't got a straight answer. What happened in the film? If you haven't watched it, please go watch it and tell me for yourself. Comment down below what you're feeling, because it's never a real direct answer about what actually happened, what was happening, and what is. So again, thank you all for watching. This is Mick.